I can't seem to move. Okay. I can't move. That'll help. Help!
The Conjuring 2, the sequel to James Wan's The Conjuring, which itself was an adaptation of one of the case files of Ed and Lorraine Warren, a pair of ghost hunters from the United States. This is actually a pretty good sequel. It doesn't surpass the original by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just as good. It's in no way inferior, which, at the end of the day, is the least you can ask for from a sequel to a good movie. Story-wise, it starts off with what is debatably the Warrens' most famous case, the Amityville haunting, where Lorraine is tormented by a demonic nun with a vision of her husband's death. From there, they actually are asked by the church to investigate a haunting occurring in England, where a young girl is being possessed by the ghost of an old man. And as they begin to investigate, it soon becomes clear that there's something much bigger at play, which may or may not just be a hoax. Now, what I'm about to say, I mean with absolute sincerity. James Wan is hands down the king of ghost movies at this point. The Nun is scary, it's creepy, and I'm actually not surprised it's getting its own spin-off movie, just like Annabelle got back in The Conjuring 1. The acting is rock solid. The actors they got to play the Warrens are actually the best actors out of the whole bunch, but there's no weak performances here at all. And it is actually pretty scary, with fantastic use of the tension and relief cycle, where it constantly builds up, and then you're relieved because there's nothing scary happening. You're calm. And that puts you in the right state of mind for a jump scare to come out and just make you shit yourself. Which is a bit of a problem with the movie, because the bulk of the scares in this movie really are just jump scares. This is something that was more or less confirmed back with the first Insidious movie, that James Wan, he mostly does jump scares, but he is a master of them. He does them well, he knows to set the atmosphere, so they almost always get you, and they never feel like, say, cheap jump scares. They're never just like, say, in the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street, where it was constantly just BLEH! No, you're actually getting good jump scares. But if you are actually a hater of jump scares, yeah, you might be a bit put off. But if the overabundance of jump scares doesn't put you off, there's some other stuff that might. Like, there's some stuff in the story that just doesn't make sense. Like, it's stated in the film that the nun is actually a demon, and the only way for them to really expel it is to learn its name so that they can have power over it. And, okay, spoiler warning here, the demon tells Lorraine its name, like, halfway through the second act, or just at the end of the first act, but the real question is, why? Why did it do that? That's just stupid. And it kind of ties into this other problem as well, where there's this twist ending about the demon's name and how it's actually the real monster terrorizing the family in London, and it just feels forced, and like they just wanted to put in a twist ending for the sake of having a twist ending, kind of like in The Village or Hellraiser Hellseeker. And that's without bringing up the Crooked Man, okay? I like how he's set up. He's this large, tall, incredibly thin man with a bowler hat on as well, with razor-sharp teeth, and he plays into this really nice thing they got going with this kid who's got this tent in the hall for a play area. It's really nice, but the question is, why is it even there? Because he just comes across as this really forced reference to the Slender Man that James Wan, for some reason, just wanted to put in, and he doesn't really do anything. Okay, granted, he does provide some pretty decent moments for some good jump scares, but again, why does he exist? He didn't need to even be in the story at all. Those issues aside, though, The Conjuring 2 is a good horror movie, okay? I cannot recommend it enough. If you're a lover of horror like me, you're going to be pleased. If you're just an average moviegoer, you're going to be pleased. If you don't like horror, then what the hell are you doing listening to me? Go watch The Notebook or something, while the rest of us are going to go enjoy The Conjuring 2. And I cannot wait to see what else James Wan has in store for us with his horror movies, and possibly even his upcoming Aquaman movie. Now that's going to be worth checking out when it comes out. Well, this certainly took a while to come out. Sorry about the delay, I've been inundated with other things I've got to get done. But in any case, I've got some more reviews coming out soon, as well as some more game-related stuff, so keep an eye out for that. I will try to get everything out as soon as possible. Oh, and don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.